drivers, they make that money, man. They make that guap. So that was the reason why we ended up veering towards trucking.
Yep. We decided to leave our basic jobs to do this and take a chance, hop off a bridge, and we don't regret it, and we wouldn't go back.
Not at all. And mind you, my job was a great job.
And mine wasn't. We had good jobs.
Yeah.
His job paid better.
I'm just speaking on my job. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to say your job wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying my job was a great job, especially for me.
Here checking in with y'all to let y'all know about our trucking journey.
Yeah.
Be Easy Trucking.
We got our own customized shirts. I know y'all like them.
I'll let him go ahead and start telling you why we left our jobs to do trucking.
Well, for a long time we've both been trying to figure out a way that we can kind of be our own boss and make a lot of money while doing it. Both of us was working at jobs for about 8 years. Both of us working at our jobs for 8 years. And we just wanted to do something different, but we just really wanted to make some money, you know. And we did a whole lot of research. We looked up a lot of different things, and the research we did on trucking ended up showing us that truck drivers, they make that money, man. They make that guap. So that was the reason why we ended up veering towards trucking.
Is it 30 days in November? The last day of November will make the year for us that we've been doing truck driving, or that we've started on this journey. And it went fast. You know, we've been driving together now since May.
The training didn't go fast though. The training was slow. It was hard, you know, being away from each other and our son for
3 months.
Yeah.
It was rough.
It was longer than they told us it was gonna be.
Yeah. We were blessed though that we were able to see each other a few times during that 3 months for like a day or less, a couple hours.
Yeah.
Like I was in Utah and he was coming through Utah, so they slid through for like 4 hours, so we got to spend that time together at a terminal. And then there was a time when we were training and he was out on the road during training in the beginning, and then I was local. So I was at our campus, and then he was able to stop there for like, was it a day or two?
Yeah, I think it might have been 3 days.
See, and that was nice, you know.
I got to stop through for like 3 days, and we got to chill and, you know, spend time with each other and, you know, enjoy each other's company. We was missing each other, so I appreciated my trainer making it happen for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yep, that was
lovely. I wanted to get home. So my instructor kind of, you know, made it happen for me, so I appreciate it.
Yep, and then we went home one time. Didn't we go home one time during the training?
Yeah. Yeah,
we went home one time during the training. I was there before him, and then I left before him. Or did you leave? I don't know what happened, but we got to see our son for like 3 days, and then we got back on the road.
You thought you was going to be staying a shorter time, but you end up having to stay.
Oh yeah, because they couldn't find me a trainer.
Yeah, she was home for a while.
Yeah, that was home for like 2.5 weeks. That's what happened. They couldn't find me a trainer. I was looking for a female trainer, and as you know, in the trucking business, there's not as many female truckers as there is men, but there are a lot of female truckers out here. But I wanted a female trainer, and they could have got me a man right away, but I didn't want that, so I had to wait 2.5 weeks. So I did end up, I was there before him, but I left before him because he was still there when we left. But yeah, the training was probably the toughest part about the whole thing. And I mean, they get you right on the road, like immediately.
It wasn't easy. And like I said, it's a lot of stuff you got to learn. You know, like when I first got in it, a lot of the stuff that I thought about truck driving, I thought it was just pick up, drop off, you know. And I knew driving was going to be a little difficult, but not as difficult as it ended up being. And all the little tedious things you have to do. You have to do a lot of stuff with paperwork. You got a lot of dudes sending this in, sending that in. You know, you got to do a lot of little tedious things when it comes to delivering and picking up loads. So
I would say the hardest part for us being over the road is being away from our son. We have him over the summertime with us, so then that's cool. But
that was great. He stayed on the truck with us. You know, a lot of people like, oh, he was on the truck with y'all. Yeah, he was. He actually stayed on the truck with us for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved it.
No, he went home for like a week and a half. Say hi to Snappy Chatty. You just gonna wave? Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. You can't ever just say hi and not dance, huh? Because we went to Vegas, but then we got him right after that.
Surprisingly, he loved it. You know, we had the game on here for him. We got our own TV. You know, back there we had the Xbox on there for him. He had his Nintendo on here.
Can you see it?
No, I don't know if you can see it back there.
Right here is the TV.
See?
Got prints on it, but yeah.
TV back there.
The Xbox is behind it.
Yeah, we got the Xbox up there. So he was occupied, and you know he gave us a hard time because it's hard trying to. Because you know when you're not driving, it's imperative that you sleep. You got to be sleeping when you're not driving. So when I'm driving, she's sleeping. When she driving, I'm sleeping. But with him on the truck, it wasn't as easy. You know, he would make sure especially her. You know what I mean? He gave her a run for her money. He kind of let me sleep, honestly. You know, but with her, he likes to play with her a lot. So it was a little different for her. It was hard for her to get sleep. You know, it was a whole lot of.
He would ride with me, like sit up front with me for a long time too, so I couldn't like ride in peace.
Yeah, which he didn't do that with me. He'd sit up here with me for like an hour, you know, and then he'd be ready to go back there and mess with her again. You know, she'd be thinking she finna pawn him up here, and he gonna be good, and she finna get some sleep. But nah, after about an hour, he ready to come on back. So.
Yeah, but I missed him when he was gone.
Yeah.
I miss him now. Yeah. We don't plan on being on the road like how we are full time past 2021.
Yeah, 1 more year.
Yeah, we plan for early retirement somehow, some way. With the kind of money we make, it's doable. We just have to make the right moves. Yeah. I think that anybody who has considered possibly doing it should try. Or you can write us in the commentary. Mm-hmm. Hit us up on Instagram. I'll put all the information in here, and we'll give you all the kind of information you want. Yeah. There's a lot of training programs. We went through Prime.
Yeah. This is a great program. I think. Great program.
We actually did a lot of research on places we wanted to go. We looked into Swift. We looked into Schaefer.
Do your research.
Yeah, you need to.
No, don't just take our word for it. Mm-hmm. Look at what they paying you per mile. The training program. A lot of the training programs were way shorter than the one we went through.
Yeah,
but I feel like
you need it.
You need the training.
Because by the time you get on the road by yourself, you still don't know everything.
Yeah, I had to basically teach myself how to bag and do a lot of other things.
Fast learner, it worked for him.
After I was done training, so I didn't get a lot of backing experience with my trainer. Everybody trainer is a little different. Her trainer had her backing a lot. She had her doing everything a lot. You know what I mean? But my trainer, he was a little bit more, you know.
She wasn't playing.
Yeah, he wasn't all like, oh, you gotta learn this, you gotta learn this, you gotta learn this. He was kind of like more so like, I'm gonna show you this, I'm gonna show you that. Basically, you know, when you're ready to get out the truck, get out the truck. So, yeah. And we got off the truck, and we've been together ever since. And everybody who thinking about team driving with they wife, and don't get me wrong, I hear a lot of people say that they can't do it, or with your girlfriend or whatever. I hear a lot of people say they can't do it, but what you got to know and what you got to remember is you don't spend as much time as you would think that you spend together. Because, like I said, while I'm driving, she's sleeping. While she driving, I'm sleeping.
These are 11-hour shifts, too. But we do 10. We make sure we do 10. But, yeah, 11-hour shifts of this. So
yeah. So you're going to need your sleep. And even when you're not sleeping, you're still not really up here. Because if you're not sleeping, you're trying to sleep. Because believe it or not, driving for 10, 11 hours, 10 hours,
exhausting.
It ain't easy at all. Especially when you're on that night shift, and we kind of rotate depending on how the loads go. We kind of rotate back and forth.
Like yesterday, I did day shift.
Make sure
I'm doing night.
At first, I was trying to make sure she was on day shift, and I would take the night. But she said it don't really make a difference. So now we kind of.
And you can't really help it sometimes. Yeah. Like I said, yesterday I did day shift. Today I'm doing nights. Like, and now I'm gonna have to find a way to sleep, and I know it's not gonna be easy. And then I'm just gonna have to deal with the drive. So
now I know a lot of people want to know about like the money. Now, like I said, my job was paying me $32 an hour, and
my job was paying $23.
And when I tell you that $32 an hour don't even pinch what I'm making driving this truck, but you gotta remember that me and her drive together, so that's one account. So is more.
Even if he was doing it by himself, the money is still like triple, quadruple.
You'll still be making more than what I was making. You know what I mean? But you got to be willing to make sacrifices. You got to be willing to know you're not going to be at home. Know you're not going to be, with your friends a lot. You're going to be out here on this road for the most part.
But know that when you get home, you can spend freely if you're good with your money, because you've made so much. It's kind of like, I guess, they say the people go to the army, they come back with lots because they don't have nothing to spend their money on. Same difference.
Same thing.
Same difference. Yeah. We just got a place, but before we were, living with my mother, because if we're on the road, there's no need to really have a house.
No need.
So then what bills do you have besides the basics,
right? We coming home 2-3 days. More things about the trucking. A lot of people talk about like seeing the country. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna throw no salt on there. I'm not gonna say that it ain't nothing. You do get to see some great places. You do get to see some nice water and some good trees and all this other stuff. But after you see it in the mountains, it's not really nothing.
Everything looks the same.
It's not really nothing. You know what I mean? It's just water, trees, and mountains. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it is.
It's don't get me wrong. Now we see some
nice scenery.
We seen some nice scenery, but it ain't oh, you get to see the world. It's not.
It's not like, oh my God, you got to see this. I would love to. It's just oh, this would be a good picture.
Some people think it's like that, but to us, it just wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
For the price you pay for it, that's not the major thing. It's good you get to do it, and sometimes we haven't got to stop a lot in these places because of coronavirus and a lot of stuff ain't open.
That would be fun because we could stop in every state that we are at and make time to see the tourist sites or anything fun, and we can't do that right now, so that sucks.
You truthfully can stop anywhere you want to. Like if we was going to Cali, we headed to Florida right now. So if we wanted to stop and tell them, hey man, we're gonna stay in Florida for a couple days, we could do that. It's all up to you. If you are a lease driver.
Yeah, lease or owner operator.
Owner operator, you own your own truck. I mean, if you're a lease driver, you're an owner operator. But if you own your own truck or you're a lease driver, you have that luxury. But if you company, you gotta move when they want you to move.
Yeah.
Unless you have a reset.
Right, and we'll do a separate video on lease versus own versus company.
We'll do a little separate video on that, but for the most part, that's like the gist of it. It's cool. You know what I mean? It ain't as easy as you would think, but it pays very, very, very well.
Very well. No going back, ever.
I would never go back to my job.
We just know we could never stay on the road forever. A lot of these companies say you got to work over the road for 1 year before they'll even hire you locally.
Yeah, they be looking for 6 months to a year, most of the time a year. Yeah. So you want to get at least a year experience before you try to go get a local job. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people do get local jobs without doing 6 months to a year, but most of the jobs that you're going to see, that's what they're going to want. So you're going to want to get that experience.
Right. So we have a lot more entertaining type videos, like that'll be more drastic. We just wanted to give you guys the gist of the change in our life, the lifestyle change, because this was a huge lifestyle change for us. This is big. And so we just wanted to inform y'all, keep y'all tuned in, and we'll have videos showing you guys what we do, like the processes of things and other random miscellaneous things along the way.
And when she say lifestyle change, I mean like literally, it's a lifestyle change. Like you taking your showers on the road, taking your showers at these truck stops. You know, you
peeing in the vehicle.
You gotta use the bathroom on the truck. You know, you gotta eat on the truck. Sometimes
you cook on the truck. We just made steak.
Yeah, she just made steak. So sometimes you cook on the truck. We got a lot of stuff that we can cook food, but it's a lot of out eating. You know,
and minimal space, like to move around. Like right now, he's sitting in the passenger seat. I'm on a fold chair because it's like, how do we get? You know what I mean? It's limited space. We had to make huge adjustments. So
it's definitely a lifestyle change. You know, sleeping, eating, you know, doing your everyday routines is different, but it's just like anything else. Once you do it, you get used to it. You become a creature of habit. So.
Yep. So, thank y'all for tuning in. We will see you soon.
Thanks.
We'll touch base. Bye.